Turning and turning the word in the jar, the falcon cannot hear the falcon and things fall apart. The center cannot hold me, anarchist loose upon the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Onya Digital Media. My name is Paul Mensa Makiso Yao Dalibabu, aka Paul Lingua, aka the Africa Orator. Yes, so in today's episode, we'll be talking about the new tariffs that Donald Trump, that is the president of the United States of America, has imposed. Yes, so there are two taxes that has actually been introduced, and these taxes, okay, has actually affected some African countries, neglected others. Do you know the African countries that have been affected by this particular new taxes that have been imposed? There's are many more coming your way, and if you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop new content, you'll be the first to get notified. All right, fellow Africans, lend me your ears as I bring to you details of this particular new development making waves on social media and in the traditional media as well. Yesterday, 2nd April 2025, Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America, introduced series of taxes. And these taxes, we have two of them, and this actually affected some African countries. Yes, so the tariffs we have been introduced are the 10% universal tariffs, okay, and then the reciprocal tariffs. Yes, so the 10% universal tariffs is actually targeted at goods that are entering the United States from other countries. Undoubtedly, that is what it means. Now, these two taxes, okay, actually have affected a lot of countries, and economists and businessmen are actually talking about it extensively. During the announcement, President Donald Trump is quoted to have said, the US had for more than 5 decades been locked, pillaged, raped, and plundered by nations near and far, both friend and foe alike. It is our declaration of economic independence, Trump said in the Rose Garden. Today, we are standing up for the American worker, and we are finally putting America first, Trump said, calling it one of the most important days, in my opinion, in American history. So basically, that is what Trump actually said during the declaration of this particular new tariffs that have been imposed. So this particular initiative is aimed at boosting domestic industries and address trade imbalances. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, from the African soil, lend me your ears once again. Yes, so do you know the number of African countries that have been affected by this particular tariff? Trust me, just few of the countries, okay, from the African continent that are not part. But as we speak, lots of them, many of them are being affected, okay, by this new development initiated by the United States of America's president. And then I want to take you through some of them. Ladies and gentlemen, fast forward, these tariffs are expected to have great economic implications for the affected African nations, which are Lesotho, Madagascar, Botswana, Angola, DR Congo, Mozambique, Zambia, Tanzania, Senegal, Cameroon, Uganda, Gabon, Togo, Tunisia, Ivory Coast, Morocco, Algeria, Mauritius, Kenya, Nigeria, Namibia, Ethiopia, Ghana, Cape Verde, Burundi, Mauritania, Gambia, Central African Republic, South Sudan, Comoros, Eritrea, Sao Tome and Principe, Guinea-Bissau, South Africa, and Egypt. So these are some of the African countries that have been captured in the document making waves on social media, and then it's actually, mind-blowing, and people are actually talking about it extensively. Now, there are some few countries still in the African continent that are not part, which I'll be bringing to you. All right, so some of the African countries not being affected by this particular tariffs imposed by Donald Trump and the US government are Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, Rwanda, Benin, Equatorial Guinea, Libya, Chad, Somalia, Malawi, Djibouti, Seychelles, Eswatini, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Guinea. As you can see, basically, these are the countries that are not being affected as we speak now, or as at the time this particular recording was made. And in fact, it's actually good news for these countries. Undoubtedly, someone may ask, so what is the effects of this new development or new move by the US government. It's clear that preventing or putting taxes, okay, on some of these goods entering the US, prices of goods for US consumers would definitely skyrocket. Yes, so that is one thing. And then also, this can lead to the other countries being affected to retaliate by also, imposing taxes on goods that will definitely come from the US to these countries. And economists and businessmen and also international financial experts are actually talking extensively about this, as they do not see it being good after Trump announced this tariffs. They are looking at it with different window eye view that should the countries being affected should retaliate, it will lead to global trade war. So it's something that people are not happy about, but some too have advised that the affected country should lay low and watch how things will unfold and should not retaliate. Should they retaliate, it will lead to something different, something unexpected, something that citizens of these countries will suffer so much. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we draw the curtains. The dew of the day has kept upon our thoughts, as nature must obey its necessity. Until we meet again, kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop new content, you'll be the first to get notified. If indeed you desire content from the African continent, trust me, this is the place to be. And then I'll urge you to subscribe and then turn on the notification bell. My name is Paul Mensa Makiso Yao Dalibabu, aka Paul Lingua, aka the Africa Orator.